how's it going? My name's Nico, I go by COINTrick and cointricktwitch online. If you want to see more videos like this one, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload another one of these videos. So today we're doing something for the UberBeerProject. We are beginning to make a beer out of pure oats. We had the oats, we did the extraction. If you are unfamiliar with how that works, we have a video on the farro extraction that we did, and we used pretty much the same process. We made a large volume of oat extract that we can use to make beer. So this has about 2.6 gallons in it. It's been pasteurized and inoculated, so right now we're cooking it down. And then once this is done cooking down, and it's at a boil, we're gonna begin pitching hops and things in there and actually running with an existing beer recipe. Our beer recipe comes from Craft a Brew. This is supposed to be an oak-aged IPA recipe, and the reason that we're using this one is because it has the most steps for intervention on our part, and all of the rest of these ingredients are going to be consistent between all of the recipes. So we're actually going to use the same kit from the same company for every single one of these 1 gallon batches. So that will hopefully eliminate some of the inconsistency between all of our results.
1 hour later.
Welcome everyone over on Twitch. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Nico. I go by COINTrick pretty much everywhere online. And this is my friend Dylan. He goes by the Dylan Tay on TikTok and
MySpace.
Also Instagram and MySpace. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Yeah, these ones. Cascade hops. Add to boiling wort at start timing for 60-minute boil. To be completely blunt about this beer, this is only for a 1 gallon batch. I don't necessarily have high hopes. This is not going to be like what the final version of this tastes like, but it'll give us a good indicator of like whether we're on the right track for creating a beer that tastes good the way that we're doing it.
Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say.
Yeah, it's a very long study that we're conducting actually. There are 2 more kinds of yeast that we're going to pitch over this. I'm going to show it to you guys really quickly. The Willamette yeast, we're adding second to last, and then, or not yeast, hops. And those are our late bittering hops. And then we're adding Golding's hops, which is our aroma hops, last 2 minutes before we terminate the first boil. So these were the original steeping grains for this. This is actually a 1 gallon kit, and we're getting the same kit across the board so that all of the ingredients are in the same concentrations, the same measurements and everything, as consistent and sanitized as possible between each of these batches. For this company, they have one pat series of instructions for all of their beer, unless you get something that's very nuanced and specific and different. And then occasionally they have just some additional instructions. So because this one has oak aging chips in it, it says after 1 week of fermentation, it's time to add the sterilized oak chips. To sterilize them, you boil the oak chips in a cup of water for about 10 minutes, and then drain the water from the oak chips, and then add those oak chips to your fermenter. Add the oak chips, not the water, I'm assuming. It's not specific here, but... and then it says, let your IPA, which is the style technically that we're doing here, to age for a week to 2 weeks with the oak. And then it says the longer that you age it over the oak, the more prominent the oak flavors will be, which seems pretty obvious. They should be. And then it just says to bottle it as usual, let the beer age for a full 3 weeks before opening. Which is about, if you guys have made beer before, that sounds to me about a week longer than you would normally do, even if you're trying to naturally carbonate it inside of your bottles. And it also adds, the longer that you age it, the more mellow it will become. And I'm assuming that means bottle aging, not aging over the actual oak chips themselves. John, like, you also have to wear a tank top because it's Pride Month. I don't make the rules.
Okay.
I just think of them and say them out loud.
There's that beautiful man.
That's my older brother. What if I made you a daiquiri with Malibu?
Sure.
Okay. John, like, dude, would you like one?
Sure.
Great. Cheers. Where are we on time? 7:34. We're about 25 minutes away from our second bittering that we're gonna do, which is basically where we just throw these in there. No, these are the aroma bitters. This is the yeast that we're using when we're done. These are the late bitterings, Willamette bitters. It says add 30 minutes left to boil. Well, that would be now. Maybe I misread the instructions.
Sorry, what?
It says add 30 minutes left to boil. I thought it said add 15 minutes left to boil.
So we're still good though, right?
I think I would need to add it now. I think it might be a bit late.
I guess toss it in.
We're gonna toss them in. So hot, Dylan.
I want to burn myself. Oh, damn.
Do you think I was lying to you?
No.
You think I would lie to you after 15,
Not quite that much.
13 years?
12.
I'm slowly reducing the temperature here on this boil because it's not supposed to be a super aggressive boil.
It's 8:15.
All right.
That's my phone list.
Because I thought you set an alarm. I lie like a
I-
cheap watch. The last thing of hops. Here. For hamster-grade mulch in exactly this quantity. About 900 pounds of hamster-grade mulch. And
It's a healthy amount.
This
900
rounds out
pounds. Is my man only wearing it?
I'm assuming that's
This
directed at you.
has actually been addressed. If you're just joining, well, thank you. But also, no, I addressed this earlier. So you actually have a tank top under this. I came somewhat decent. So yeah, so just an apron that happens to match up almost perfectly with my tank top.
Dylan's like, I'm not wearing underwear, but I am wearing a condom.
And a shirt.
Stay protected. Stay strapped all the time. Right now we're waiting for the beer to kind of cool down a little bit. And keep it warm before we put it in the fermenter. And actually, let me grab the fermenter really quick. She's got a switch. We're gonna do this where
Ooh.
Nico
ugh.
gets uncomfortably close.
Ugh, that's some grease or oil or acne.
Hold on, Dylan, it could get worse.
Better.
Just kidding. We zoomed out, not in. I know how this camera works. There we go. Look directly into the camera. Somebody clip that.
Look at man. Now look at me.
My pantaloons are
Oh,
damp,
yeah.
sir.
Now look back at me.
If you guys were wondering what it looks like back here behind the bar, I finally found a way to show you all.
There
That
it
is John Luke. We don't always have crafty. We don't always have like food over there.
That crazy guy is eating a tomato like always.
Like
That's
yes,
our John Luke.
every episode, John Luke eats one whole tomato.
Right.
We have some musical instruments. That's what we look like while we're live streaming.
There he goes, eating those dang tomatoes again. Crazy guy.
And then the
Eat
living
some for the
room,
rest of us. Jeez.
the fermenter that we have right here. I want to open it and
Oh,
show
we
you
know
guys
what the
what's
fuck
inside. Coffee, and then everything that we have back here. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's crazy. Everything that we have back
You said
here
what?
on the back bar. All right, John Luke has our ice bath. You can just set that down for now. That looks like it's gonna work brilliantly. We're gonna put this in an ice bath to bring it down to temperature before I put it into a fermenter and pitch some yeast over it. So you're not missing very much. It's just that's a very time-consuming process. It's very boring to watch, in my opinion. There's nothing very technical that's gonna happen. So No one needs to be here for this besides the three of us. Thank you guys again for being here. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we see you all in the next live stream. Until then, be good, be kind, be helpful, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Take care, everybody.